Hi, today we have an LG 65-inch UH7650, and basically the TV turns on, but then there is no sound, there is no display, and all we have is the backlight. Okay, just the backlight. And so we're going to try and then see if we can have this fixed. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just going to take off the back and then take off the stand as well. So you get something like a flat, that has a flat edge, and then just put it under the cover and then pull this up a bit and then just, okay, and then it will open. Okay, do that for the other side using the pry. Lift the cover a bit and then just place it under, and then just keep moving. Okay, that should also go for the front. Okay. And that should free it. So usually it's always best to just open it a little and then check under to see if there are no wires. Okay, so I can see there's some wires connected there. There's a wire connected to this. So okay, it will be best to open it this way. I'm going to turn it this way so that you can see what I'm dealing with. Okay, so you see that there's this connection here. So it's actually plugged from the motherboard itself. Okay. Okay. So that will be much easier. So the back itself, we have the power supply here, the motherboard, and then the TCON board. So we could just check the voltage on the motherboard just to make sure that enough voltage is going to the motherboard, or the motherboard is functioning, and also check if there's a voltage on the TCON board. I can switch it on and then check to see if I can get the right voltage at the motherboard, and also check to see there is this there are spots on the TCON board to also check to see if the TCON board is getting the right voltage. There's the VDD, the VGH, and the VCC. Check those ones and then see if the voltage, you are getting any voltage. And usually what I can also do is I can unplug one of this at a time and see if I can get a display. If I get a display, then at least I eliminate and know that the problem is coming from either the left or the right side. So we can try that. Look here at this, the voltage. I'm checking the voltage. The TV is on now, and I have VDD over here. Okay, VDD over here, and there is no voltage reading. And I also have VCC here. Okay, and this is giving me about 0.84. That is very low. I'm not getting the required voltages on the TCON board. So usually what I will do is I will disconnect all of these voltage. If I do, that means that that side is having a short, or that the short is probably coming from. So I'm going to unplug it usually it's always good to make sure you unplug it first. Okay, and I'm going to remove this one. Okay, I'm plugging it back in. One way you can do is, once you have it plugged in, you can check the screen. You can check the screen to see if there is have an image. Okay. One thing I forgot to do is you can also check this to make sure that you're getting voltage coming into the TCON board. So when I touch it, you see a 13 volts. Okay. Yeah, 13 volts. So it shows that this is the fuse. It shows that there is that power coming into the TCON board. Now I have this one unplugged, so let's check the VDD. Okay, I'm not getting any voltage. Let me check the VCC here, and again I'm not getting any voltage. Okay, so I'm going to unplug it and then I'll flip it and then see. I'm going to put this one back in. Okay, and then I'm going to unplug this one instead. Okay, so I'm going to plug it back in. Now when you're doing this, just be careful that you don't let this thing touch the chassis, so that you even break it even further. Okay, so again I'm checking this. We have 13 volts. That is the power coming into the TCON board, which is good. I'm going to check the VDD. Okay, and I have 16 volts here for the VDD, and I think that is the right voltage. When I check VCC, we have 1.8 volts. There's another VCC here. Let me check that one here. That is 3.2. There's a VGH here. That is 21.4. So I'm getting the voltage on the TCON board whilst the right side is removed. And let me see. We have, this is 28 volts. It's like -6. You have 6. Okay. 6. Okay. So the TCON board is registering the voltages now after I removed the right one, but when it is inside, I'm not getting any voltage. So there are chances that we have an issue on the right side of the panel. We having the voltages now reading means that this one here may be the one causing the problem. The thing is coming from here, so I'm going to look at what we can find here, that is on the right side here, and see if there is anything going on. Okay, and then let me check to see. Okay, so when I lift it up, you can see we have half screen is dark, and then half of it is just backlight. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to switch it off first. I'm going to remove this one here. So this is where I'm going to be checking to see if I can find anything. There might be an issue. Right. One other trick is this. One other trick I used the other time was that I would check to see if there are any shorts on the capacitors. This tiny things here, this tiny stuff here. Now, even though I've said that this is where the problem is, if I check this capacitor. You hear the beep. I put this one in continuity mode. Okay, this one is in continuity mode. Okay, so I'm just checking this capacitor here, and you see it shows like there is a short in this capacitor. Okay, let me try this one here. Okay, you can hear that one. So these two are showing a short. Okay, you see, and this one too. So all these ones are showing a short. But look at what happens if I remove this one. Okay, if I remove that one, now let's check the short again. Okay, the same capacitors. Now there is no short. Okay, check the second one, there is no short. I check the third one, there is no short. So again, this confirms that we have an issue on our right side. When this one is off, you don't find the shorts here. So now I'm going to look at these sections. Okay, I'm going to look at, this is where it's disconnected. I'm going to check all the side and see if we would find the short here. Yeah, okay. And I have already looked, and I'm finding about five capacitors that are showing a short. There is one here. Okay, there's one here, there is another one here, and there is two of them here. This is the first one, this is the second one. Okay, and there is another one here. Okay, and there is another one here. And the last one is at the end here. Okay, I don't think you can see it here in my screen, but now all these capacitors are showing a short, but it doesn't mean that all of them are having a short. So the same way this one was showing a short, but when I disconnected it, it has stopped. What you can do is these are linked. Okay, these two panel drivers are linked, so you can remove them, disconnect them. Okay, and when I check this ones again, okay, this one is still showing a short, but when I come to the other side, okay, when I come to this side, the short has stopped. Okay, the same capacitor was showing a short has stopped over here. This one here, which was also showing a short, has also stopped. Okay, and this one here, the last one here too, is no longer showing a short. So by disconnecting this, I'm able to eliminate this side. Okay, so now we know that the problem is here. That one here, this one here in the middle, this one is not a short. There is no short on this one, but this one here, and they all seem to have the same size. Okay, this one here is the one that shows a short, and these two, this one and this one, I checked a few of the smaller ones here, these tiny ones, but I don't get any shorts. So now these four capacitors, one of them may be the problem. Finding where the short is where the challenge is. So one trick that I have is I try to check the resistance, okay, just to see which one would have the lowest resistance, and basically use that as my basis. I have resistance here. I checked this one here, I was getting 0.005. I check, and then it will go to 0.4. and then this one to 0.005, and then up to 0.005, and then it will go to 0.004. But the two that is together here, I would get 0.002 all the time. So, and these two are very close, so I'm going to pull this out and then see if one of them may be the problem. So I'm going okay, it took me a while to find the other one that fell, but I found it. So after pulling the two together, pulling the two off the board, this one here seems to be good. But this one here, okay, so this one here is the issue. Now if I go over to where we used to have the other ones showing a short, okay, this one here was the one that was recording the short. That one no longer gives a short. It is just me touching, but see, this one is no longer giving me a short, and the one that was all over here, all the way here, this one is also not giving me a short. I have the replacements here that I got, so I'm going to use them. This is usually very delicate soldering, so continuity mode. Let me check to see if, okay, there are no beeps here either. Okay, so I'm not getting any continuity beeps. Okay, connect this one back. Okay, I'm connecting this one back, and now that I have it back, check to see if I'm getting the voltage that I'm supposed to get here. Okay. So the VDD, okay, VDD, I'm getting the 16 volts, and then let me check the VGH, and that is also 21 volts. Okay guys, so the TV is fixed, and everything seems to be working perfectly fine. So the issue was there was a short in the one of the capacitors on LED drivers, the panel drivers, and yes, this is the culprit. That is the problem. As tiny as it is, this is what caused the problem. So luckily it was not a short in the panel. Now if you have a similar issue, it's possible it could be the same procedure. If the short is in the panel, that is going to be a different scenario. But then with this one, you would just have to eliminate which side has the problem, and then go to that direction and then check the capacitors to see if there are any problems. And once you find the one that has a short, all you just have to do is replace it. You would need a bit of soldering experience to be able to do that, but then once you get that done, that should be able to fix the problem. So I do appreciate you sticking with me all the way to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you again in another Get Fixed Repair video. Until then,